Alright, that Love Clark, and I want to talk about one of my favorite things, pointing out hypocrisies. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm the perfect example, but I will sit here and point out the hypocrisies and let you decide how you want to, interpret it, and whether you want to sit around and do anything or not, how you want to do your action based on it, or do nothing. Okay, here's the funny thing I find weird. Okay, people want to attack me or some of my friends, or excuse me guys, me, some of my friends, or Donald Trump, or people that want to support Donald Trump. Now, no, I'm not telling people who to vote for. I'm just using an example. Okay, so when they telling people like me, sorry, I'm sleepy-eyed. Donald Trump, people like me and Donald Trump's type people, okay, that don't want to be PC. We don't want to be politically correct. I'm starting to find another little excuse. Okay, right? Now, I'll show you an example if I can not deviate from what we're talking about. Okay, I find it that it's kind of like the example with when it's convenient for people, they use certain things, and when it's not, it's not. They use words and stuff, when it's convenient, it's okay. When it's not, or actions. Alright, so let's say, like, nowadays they have gay marriages and stuff like that, okay? If you attack any of that stuff, right, and it's non-traditional, okay, non-traditional stuff going on, if you attack that, they'll tell you, what's wrong with you, or you're not a modern American, or they'll say something like, get with the times, man, right? But when it comes to other cases, they want to say, what's wrong with you? Don't want to keep tradition? Or they'll be like, telling you that, if you got an idea that's outside of what's popular or is new type of way of thinking in America, they want to call you non-traditional. And they'll say, well, that's not traditional. That's not the traditional American way, so the hypocrites that are going on is, you'll have people saying what Donald Trump is saying, build up the walls, discourage immigrants from coming in here, stop everyone from coming in here, and to outlaw Islam, or to just not allow it, whatever you want to call it, outlaw it, or discourage it, okay? And that's one of the things that people say, well, no, freedom of religion, no, you can't mess with that, that's traditional American value, when it comes to defending a disgusting, vile thing as this. You want to say, that's a traditional American value, and stand there for that dumb value you don't understand, for gross people to come in here, okay, that are going to rape your kids, and you, and everybody that's willing to put up with this shit. Look, this is nothing personal, Islamic people. This is for you to wake up, and this is for my own people to wake up. I'm not trying to be insulting. Go check out your dang religion and quit going religiously. I know it's hard it's hard to get away from Islam. Basically, you get killed. Learn something, But this isn't personal. This is spiritual, okay? Don't be offended by me, please, okay? This is just the truth being spoken out. But Donald Trump, so they want to attack him. People want to say, well, you can't go against religion, any of the religions, because, all free religions here in America. That's the traditional, that's the way America's always been. That's what's traditional about America that makes it great and all this stuff. Okay, but whenever it's convenient for you to slip out of that idea, I'm noticing this shit. You slip in and out of what you want to say the right ways. You don't look like you're doing it. And so then, gay marriage is okay, right? Oh, wait, that's non-traditional, right? That's non-traditional here in America. Because in America, they had sodomy laws, okay? You cannot even get caught having gay sex in America. Some of these, up into the 70s even, they had these laws, okay? So, and that's not the only kind of issue that we're trying to look at to make an example of. How about this idea of taking away your guns? Oh, well, it's for the safety of the children and all this, but it's non-traditional. So, when it's convenient for this side to say it, it's fine. Most of the time, you're not finding that on the right as much, in my opinion, and I may sound uneducated to some people, but my opinion is that I've noticed the Republican people like to at least pretend that they don't want to change laws around, that they want to keep and preserve the Constitution. So, why do people have to do this? Why can't people see through this? That this politically correct shit is getting us in a trap. It's just something to sidetrack us from realizing and doing what's right. Have you ever heard of doing what's right? And not being good. Because you can be good all day and won't get you nothing worthwhile. But doing what's right is different. Man, you guys understand what I'm saying, though, I hope. Okay, so they want to attack Trump because he doesn't want to allow, because they say, well, we've always allowed free religion in America. Well, you know what? You guys act like you guys are so traditional when it comes to everything that the only thing when it comes to the things that you want to hold on to just for a cop-out excuse, okay? So, but then you want to say on the other side, well, that's old thinking, when it comes to gay marriage and shit like that and new types of laws. So, you can't have both because in the end you got to choose one master, okay? Why do you wait to the end to choose the master? I mean, you should get to know him now. I know I get up here and I seem like, how could this guy seem serious? How could he seem genuine? Is there even any compassion in him? Yeah, there is. I keep trying to show you guys that. Just because I go on a rant. When people are angry and they go on rants, they tend to settle down and calm down, okay? And if everybody has these rants when they get angry, but I think it's good. I think it's good for me, and I think it's good for the public. And then people think that's nuts. Well, no, it's not. Because a lot of this stuff is my point of view. A lot of this stuff is other people saying, want to hear someone say and share the same idea. You know? Not be afraid to be stuck in a box. PC box, you know? Get to the point where when we, free speech, see, that's the other thing is too. You know, freedom of speech. They're down to stop free speech so they could outlaw it, and that's why they have this thing. It's against the law. It's called hate speech. And so, and when I said against the law, I thought of it as meaning it's against the law to do hate speech, but actually it's against the law for them to it should be against the law for them to push hate speech as a law against us. That's illegal. It should be. It's unconstitutional, I think. You know? I mean, free speech. So, oh, hang on, wait. Isn't it modern times? So we should be able to change with times, right? So for certain circumstances, such as you know, gay marriage or something like that, you know, it's all right. It's fine, right? And absurdities like that. But when it's the case of, oh, guess what? The people that have been saying they're going to kill us and want to destroy American Israel and wipe everything off the map that's non-Muslim, they want to come into the country in droves, and we want to let them do it. Okay? We ought to let them do it and come in here. Just come on in here and, you know, spread your Islam everywhere. If there was a stamp out on Islam here, it would probably go underground, but if you made it so severe, you would just, they would go away. Okay? They would go away. You wouldn't have such problems, you know, right now. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that for just to the hypocrisy in it is for two people that God says is abomination to lay together. Okay? That's okay to change the traditional views and values because that's old thinking. But then you got the, you know, Trump wanting to say, hey, no, we should say no to Islam in our country and say it shouldn't be allowed. Oh, then the liberals, oh, but that's not the American way. That's not the traditional American way. So you want to defend the ones that's an abomination to God, right, for that. But the ones that want to stop the vile, disgusting, abominous, child molesting, raping, murderers that spread nothing but terror, and the number one victims of Islam is Muslims. So you want to let that spread around. You can't break tradition for that to allow them to stop people from coming in here in droves. But you can to allow an abomination marriage. You stupid, backwards, evil, disgusting people. No wonder, you know what? No wonder. It's the ignorance on both sides. It's ignorance from, I'm going to just put it out there. The white supremacist movement's gotten so ignorant. You guys are following liars and thieves. Okay? Now, there's ones within that movement that just want to do something good. A good cause. You know, do right. But the people leading them just want to make money and cause more chaos instead of lead to peace eventually. You know? War is supposed to be for peace, not for profit, but not, that's what they, you know, that's not what you'll learn, the way they're using it. You know, but anyway, it's ridiculous. Do you understand that it's hypocrisy? You guys see what I'm saying? So you want to, you know, Trump wants to talk about stopping having Islam. They say, that goes against our freedom of religion. That value, those values we hold dear. Those are traditional American values. That's non-American. That's not the American way. Whenever you want to go against an opponent, you say that crap. But on the left, it's usually the left saying that other shit, saying, well, this is a modern era. This is a modern age. We don't need to worry about that kind of thinking. That's backwards thinking. That's old thinking. Traditional thinking, we think forward now. So, if you can think forward, we can think forward. And we want no Islam. No Islam, and we don't want border hoppers. Can you tell that I'm tired of being nice about it to a degree? Okay? I know I sound like a hateful, ignorant. I'm not like what you may think. Okay? If anything, I'm a kind and gentle and good and right racist. Not a wrong racist. Okay? If I'm a racist and I'm guilty of that, I think I am guilty of that. But I am not a wrong racist. I'm a right one. Because I don't recommend anyone lynching, other than that one guy, Turk guy, young Turk. But that's for treason, and that's within the law. But other than that, you know, and I didn't really even call for that. I just said that, just to make the point, you know. This hypocrisy has got to end, and we got to start learning to look at it the other way around so we can show them and show the world the hypocrisy of it. But if we stand on the left or we stand on the right, you'll never get nothing done, because it's controlled opposition from the eye above. It's controlled down with the octopus freaking arms and legs and strings and shit. Okay? You're controlled from both sides. Okay? Stop voting. Stop agreeing with the shit. Stop going along with it. And then people act like, well, if you didn't vote, then you didn't help the process. You really think your fucking vote matters? Are you that stupid? I mean, somebody call me out if I think I'm really like a conspiracy theorist, if I'm really bad or nuts, if I think that, you know what, the votes have been rigged for a long time, they don't count them. I know somebody that personally does a volunteer work, okay? Did a volunteer work counting the ballots, and they threw the fucking things away before they were even done counting, okay? They fucking throw them away. They don't count them. It's fucking rigged. Excuse my language, you guys. You know, for those people that do listen but are like, dang, I wish he'd just calm down and stop cussing so much. Oh, hang on, that infringes on my First Amendment. But that would be non-traditional for me to follow you and obey my tongue, because then that goes against my freedom. No, it's called recognizing when we don't need to cuss and when it sounds ignorant. And that it's okay to use words that are whatever we want, because we're responsible adults, and it's how we use them that really makes them bad in the first place. But so this is hypocrite shit. It's all hypocrite shit. And if you vote, I feel sorry for you, because you wasted your time. You really think your vote counts? It don't, because they're not going to let you do anything that's going to really change anything. They're not going to leave it up to the people, the common people, in your hands. You really think they're going to leave it in your hands to change it? Even when you do vote, what does that do? They pick all the laws out. You don't pick them. They pick them out, and then for you to vote on them. But we don't do any of that anymore. See, when they used to have the original democracy and stuff, I imagine that those people, the first citizens, were allowed to be a lot more involved in what was going on. Nowadays, they just pick it out and you vote on it. They pick it, you vote on it. They pick it, you vote on it. Your vote, you think your vote matters? It doesn't. All it does is show them what way you're thinking. That's all. That's all it does, because they're already picked. I've said this before, and this isn't no new news to people that already know. But some people might not even have any clue yet. Okay, a seventh grade girl, she had to do a project for school, okay, and this project was to do a family tree, okay, and so I think it was her own family tree. I'm not exactly sure how it worked, but anyway, she started to do the research into her family tree, and then she found out she was related to one of the presidents. So then she looked in further and realized that all the presidents, every single president except for the 8th president, all the way back, were related to, which were cousins, grandsons, and great-grandsons of King Lackland, the most evil, one of the most evil, wicked, vile, ruthless kings that ever ruled over there in Europe and England. Okay? His bloodline is all the presidents except for the 8th, which was the Dutch president. Okay? The rest was supposedly English. They say they're all English. Okay? They say they're English. But the Dutch president was number 8. Everyone have been related to King Lackland. Okay? The reason, you can check it out, but the girl found that out on her own, doing her own research. She uncovered this. So, all the presidents are related back to one vile bloodline seed. Back to one vile seed line. It was on regular television, antenna news, okay, when it happened. They didn't hide this. This isn't something that conspiracy theorists believe only. This really happened. What they don't want to talk about is how evil that guy is, and that they're all related to that guy. They're all spawns from this guy, okay? Except for the 8th president. For whatever reason, whatever happened that time. So, with that in mind, now think about it from that point of view, and now think what you know now about that. What do you think about? Did you really ever get to vote or put in office someone? Did we ever get to put in office someone we really wanted in there? Did we really vote for it? Did we really vote for him? I don't think so. Not if the whole family's been from one guy. All the presidents have been from one guy except for one. You know, let's set him aside so we can just say all the presidents have been from one guy. You know, because that's them putting themselves back in office. That same family just keep putting themselves back in office, however they may be, whatever their last name may be, or whatnot. The DNA keeps getting back in office, okay? So, you think you voted, you didn't. I mean, you did vote, but it didn't count. They look at it, now I think they just look at it to analyze you, to get a good census, and to see where your thinking's at. Okay? So, don't get mad at me when I tell you every single president, you know, is pretty much a vile seed from a vile seed line. Now, maybe once in a while there might be a bad apple in a family. There could be a family of 5 people. It's good. Maybe there's one that deviates. Maybe not. You know, maybe King Lackland was one bad seed out of a batch of the rest were good. I don't think so. I'd have to go back and look at the research, more of the research again. But yeah, so they're all related, man, and This is hypocrisy here, and they pretty much put in whoever they want. So I'm wondering if this might be different with Trump. And I'd like to see someone do an investigation on these candidates that are coming up right now. Someone check out their family trees and see if they trace back to King Lackland. Okay? It wouldn't surprise me one bit if they weren't all family. Okay? See what I'm saying? See where I'm getting at? Somebody, I don't have time to do that research, but I bet you it'd be interesting to look it up and see which candidates are and which aren't, and if they all are, because it may be the case that they put up opponent A against opponent B, they're both in the same family, and they don't care which one wins as long as one of them keeps it in the family, That's the main goal, I guess, obviously, because they're all related back. So I'm going to end it on that, and think about that. It's hypocrisy. You want to defend traditional values when it's all right for you to let vile people come in here. But you want to say it's old thinking when we don't want to have homosexual abomination marriages. Doesn't make sense to me. You guys are backwards thinkers, not me.